Johnny Wrestling, Johnny Gargano, and you are listening to the Bob Culture Podcast.
Nothing between the lines of the page or at a time. Forgiveness is for angels with its angel spell and a line that did no second chance or redemption can be found. 'Cause you can't have the devil and the devil is running you down.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome into a very special BCW edition of the BCP, brought to you shameless promo by our friends at Funkenstein Wrestling Superstore in Englishtown, New Jersey. I was just there yesterday, bought a bunch of figures. They got the Micro Brawlers, G.I. Joes, Star Wars, X-Men, all that good stuff. The Blue Building, Englishtown Flea Market, and online. Get all the wrestling figures in the world, guys. We appreciate you supporting the show, guys. Go check them out on eBay. Check out their website and on socials, guys. Thank you, Funkenstein Wrestling Superstore, literally our favorite store. And speaking of favorites right now, please welcome back to the show. He is a multiple-time hashtag wrestling fashion nominee. He's going to get that win one day. I feel it coming. He's always looking sharp. He is the head honcho over at Bree Combination Wrestling, ahead of their 5th anniversary show Saturday, July 30th at the Mecca of professional wrestling here in New Jersey, Ridgefield Park. Check it out. Please welcome back to the show our guy, Mr. Anthony Cole. Mr. Cole, how are you, sir?
I'm good, man. Thank you for having me back. I appreciate it. How you been, Bob?
I'm good. Long overdue. And, I see you, Mr. Cole, all over the place. It's pretty cool, man. Ever since BCW's come back in full force. And I remember you guys were among the first to run, during like the lockdown and when things were starting to slowly get back to normal. I remember we did the watch party. We were outside. We did all that stuff. And I'm appreciative of that in such a weird time. So thank you again for that. But you're picking up steam, man. You guys came back. You had a big show a couple months ago, and now I'm starting to see you everywhere, man. You got eyes everywhere. Like I'm seeing you. I'm seeing Lala. I'm like, I'm Mr. Cole's. He's up to something. You're at Titan. You're Invictus. I'm like, what do you got going on here, man? Are you scouting? Or are you just keeping an eye on the business? What's going on with you?
Oh man, a little bit of everything. I'm scouting. When I first got in this business, I didn't know anything. I didn't know the wrestlers. I didn't know like any promoters, any managers, anything. So I'm out there looking and learning, man. It's time to put the names with the faces. Because what I would normally do, I would hear a name, I would go on YouTube and look at their match, and I'd be like, okay, look at a couple of matches, but it's not the same as seeing it in person. Yes. So I need to see it in person now. So I'm everywhere. And I enjoy it, talking to the other promoters, talking to like-minded people. And it's always amazing what people, feel about the business, what they have to say, and I like that. I like hearing the other side,
I love that, man. And it shows that you actually care, man. And that's really, really cool. I can tell, like all of us, man, we're fans. We do this because we love it, man. And I can tell that about you. But really, we don't want to bury the lead here as a journalist. We got to talk about shameless promo. Here it is, BCW 5th anniversary show again, Saturday, July 30th. Tickets are still available at the Knights of Columbus, of course, the Mecca of professional wrestling, 106 Bergen Ave in Ridgefield Park. Saturday the 30th, rather. Very, very excited for this one, man. Don't want to bury the lead here. I got to ask you about this, Mr. Cole. Let's talk about Marina first. She took out Darius Carter at the last event. Mr. Carter, he's loving all those accolades. He'll tell you every single one. He'll list his resume for you. He's his own biggest fan. But what a match that was. Not even just the match, but at the beginning of the show, they had that interaction. I'm like, Marina Shafir has come such a long way, and I've been a fan of her since seeing her in NXT House Show, and I love what she's doing right now on AEW and specifically in BCW. She has been killing it. That match with Darius, she does her talking in the ring, and that's amazing. And she is now your BCW World Heavyweight Champion. What does that mean to you, Mr. Cole?
Oh man, that means so much. Marina is such a pleasure to work with. And when she says she's a badass, oh man, she is a badass. You know, like how like an assassin is. They don't talk about it. They don't say anything.
Yes.
But then you see the results, and you're like, oh, right. That's what happened, right? And that's exactly how Marina is. You know, she's not boastful. She's not loud. She just comes in, handles business, and lets you know, hey, you still got a problem.
Yes, well said. She's so intense, man. Even like when and you know Darius, he's got that big grand entrance coming to the ring. Always, every time with Darius, she's just sitting there like ready to go, man. I was working ringside cam for that event, man. And I was shooting Marina while Darius was coming out. You know, and I know Darius likes the cameras on him at all times, but she was just all business. And that's why she walked out of there with this title. That being said, we got to talk about the main event here. We're going to get right into it.
Let's get right into it.
Big friend of the show, someone I'm a huge proponent of, a person that I really, really admire and I'm proud to call friend in this business. Mrs. I should say, Kacy Catal taking on Marina Shafir for the BCW World Heavyweight Championship. I love this pick. This is worth the price of admission, ladies and gentlemen. Shafir Catal. Why, Kacy?
Oh man, it's because it's a contrast of styles, right? You know, there's always room for improvement, and I think that these two ladies, putting them together, will make them each have to dig deep in the bag and come up with, you know, some new techniques, some new tricks of the trade. You know, I'm really looking forward to this one. You got, you know, Marina, she's stealth. You know, she has the MMA background. She's there. But Kacy, you know, she's no nonsense. You know, one of the very few women that can go out and do, you know, these kind of combat, bloody, you know, crazy type of matches that she does. And I'm in awe of both of them. So I'm really looking forward to this.
I can't wait. Let's just call it like it is. You know, I try not to curse here, but there's two badass women in this match. There are two badass women, and they are going to fight. This is going to be insane. I can't wait for this one. And guys, get your tickets now. I'm so excited for this, man. I'm going to get there as soon as I can. As soon as I leave the shoot job, I'll be heading up there. Check this out. Now let's see, Mr. Cole, you want to talk about, we got some matches to talk about. I'm very excited to talk about, but I see you guys got a little bit of a after party. I kind of want to plug that a little bit because this seems very exciting. And I hear there might be some wings involved. What's going on with that?
Oh, yes. Right after the BCW 5-year anniversary, we're going to be loading all you guys up into the BCW party bus. That party bus is going to take us from Ridgefield Park to East Brunswick, New Jersey. And we're going to have our first SummerSlam watch party in New Jersey. We're going to have all kinds of prizes, games, raffles, everything you can think of. We're going to be there. And we're going to be celebrating a birthday. I can't let you know who it is yet, but somebody's going to be very excited. And then not only that, as an added addition, because I love all of you BCW faithful, as an added addition, when we are done at Hooters, the party bus is going to bring everybody from New Jersey back to Queens Center Mall. A nice, you know, mutual location where everybody that needs to get back to the city can get there. You don't have to worry about the New Jersey Transit. You know, just jump in the Uber, jump on a train, boom, simple and sweet.
Love it. Look at this. Very excited. Yeah, I'm going to have to talk to them BCP boys so we can get the boys out to the BCW show and the SummerSlam after party as well. Very excited. And thank you guys for doing that, man. It looks super exciting. Celebrating after a great show. And let's talk about this, man. And again, I got to thank you again, Mr. Colt, for always prominently showcasing a lot of these amazing women's wrestlers we have here in the Northeast. And right now we have a match, Jordan Blade, one of the best technical wrestlers I've ever seen, taking on courageous Christina Marie. What do you think about this one, sir?
Again, to me, another great match. Jordan Blade, the submission sniper. And then you got Christina Marie. She is just getting bigger and better every time I see her, you know. And Jordan, and let me tell you something. I saw Jordan at a show with Eel O'Neill, Kings of the District. I say those two working together, very nice, you know. So I say, you know, let me see Jordan versus Christina, see what Jordan can do with somebody who can match her I'm so sorry. I'm getting a phone call.
You're busy, but you got calls to make. You got people to. I understand, man. It's the next big signing. That's what's happening, I think.
Right.
I love it, man. I'm very excited for that one. And I also want to talk about this one. Anthony Gangone, shameless promo. Now your new TCW Funhouse and TCW heavyweight champion, hashtag Tony Two Belts, will be taking on the headliner now, Rick Recon, the former now TCW middleweight champion, just lost that to Ray Calitri on Saturday. A lot of moving parts in this one. And Mark Schwann, he's always getting involved in these ones. This is going to be a fight. I'm very familiar with these two gentlemen. This is going to be a fight. This one could go either way, Mr. Cole. Yeah, I'm excited about this one too. Anthony Gangone, who's always been consistent, always comes in and does what he has. I'm so sorry. Let me put that on. Oh, you're busy, man. I know what's happening. You're making calls, making things happen.
The final 2 weeks, the last 2 weeks, this is the push, but I got to give you your time as well.
I appreciate it.
But no, back to that. Rick Recon, Anthony Gangone. This is going to be a good one, man. These two guys, they've been on BCW for a while, and every time they're on there, I've always said to myself, I wonder how much electricity will be in the building when these two guys meet each other. You got Rick Recon, the Terminator, and you got Dr. Sleep that is just ready to just put that Terminator down. And I got to see this, man. I feel like this might be a new series in the Avengers.
You said it perfectly. It's interesting, I think this might kind of go back to what you're doing a little bit. I see you kind of, BCW, you have your guys and gals, but like I see you changing it up. Like Marina Shafir, when you brought her in, I was like, yeah, I like this. And now she's representing your company, which is amazing. As soon as I saw the strap on her, I'm like, yes, I love everything about this. She's getting title shots in AEW against Thunder Rosa. It's amazing to see. But I see you, like I mentioned, I opened the show. I know what I'm doing here. You're a little bit of everywhere. And I see you bringing in people from everywhere because you're representing the best of the Northeast. And that's very cool. Speaking of the best in the Northeast, I may or may not have been told to say this. She is the vicious one taking on Brittany Blake versus the suplex machine Bonesaw Brooks and Edith Surreal. I know Edith does have one of Vicky's past championships. She is on the hit list over here. So this should be very interesting. The vicious one asked me how I know. She's back with a vengeance right now, but we have a 4-way dance. This is an Empress of Anarchy match. Tell us what an Empress of Anarchy match means.
Okay, so now you guys remember the Queen of the Monsters. Right. Queen of the Monsters was the match where we put, the women that, represent that title of being vicious, of being a monster, of being, known for their brutality. Yes. Right. But due to some situations, we said, you know what? We want to make the Queen of the Monsters match stand out a little bit more. We want to give it a name that will make it more prestigious. So we went in the lab and we thought about it and we said, you know what? Empress of Anarchy. I think we like that. I like that more. And it just rolls off the tongue. So, we want to definitely do some rebranding with this type of match. And in this first match, I feel like we picked the right people. Vicious Vicky is back. Edith Surreal, she's no joke. And then you got Bonesaw Brooks, like you said, the suplex specialist. And then don't count Brittany Blake out. Brittany Blake, she might be smaller than the rest of the ladies, but she can hold her own. So
she's quick. Yeah, she's got that move set. It's going to be good because anyway, you see it play out here. You got a 25% chance of walking out with the dub in this one. So this should be very interesting. I am not betting against Vicky or I'll be in big trouble. All right, let's. Big trouble. Right. Yeah, right. So let's talk about this one now. The women again, triple threat match here at the 5th anniversary BCW. Luscious Latasha, who we saw at the last event, versus Vanity. Great match Vanity had at the last event as well. Versus someone who I've only seen recently in the past month or so, Damaris Dawkins, who let me tell you right now is amazing. Really, really good early in her career. I'm not even a huge technical wrestling kind of guy, but she was doing stuff that I have never seen before. I believe trained at the dojo with Cheeseburger and all that. I could be wrong. She is amazing. I've talked to a lot of the women here in the Northeast. They kind of have their eye on her. Like, who is this? She's making a name for herself. I'm trying to be impartial here, but I could see Damaris sneaking out with a win here. So maybe a tap out, maybe a quick roll up. All these ladies are great. I'm very excited for this card and this match. Tell us about the booking in this one, because again, I'm very high on Damaris right now.
Yes, Damaris. I was introduced to Damaris a couple of months ago. I got some footage from her team, and I took a look at it. And then she was doing a show here locally. So I went and I checked her out, and like you said, she was very technical. For her, like I had never seen her before, so I don't know how many years she's been in the business. But from what I saw, I was like, wow, she. This is a girl who you can tell really studies the craft. This is a girl who you can see, you know what? I want to make a point when I'm in here wrestling. I want people to remember me, and I actually remembered her. So I was like, you know what? Let's see what she can do. Let's put her up against two seasoned veterans and see what she can pull out. You know, of course, you know, Vanity, she was the former BCW world champion. And she's definitely not out of the running to get that spot back. So her coming into this three-way, taking out some anger because he doesn't have the title anymore. I'm looking to see what Vanity's going to do as well. And then, of course, we got Luscious Natasha. Luscious Natasha is very well. She was on Queen of the North 3 the first time she had been on BCW, and I was impressed. She went against Shazza McKenzie, and that was a great match.
Yeah.
You know, so, yeah. And like you said, I want to bring in new faces, you know, new people that we don't often get to see here in New York and New Jersey so much. So I'm excited about this one.
I love it. Solid card thus far. Will we be seeing? And again, I see you're kind of going with like a lot of new faces, changing it up. We have the earlier start time because let's be real, we got an after party to get to, ladies and gentlemen. Excited for that.
We got to get to the after party.
It's gonna be a good day. It's gonna be a good day right there. Should we expect to see like the likes of the Blonde Force Trauma, maybe Ruthless Lala, your women's champ, around, or would that be at next events upcoming?
Oh no, that's definitely here. Blonde Force Trauma is on the show. Oh, you haven't seen this match, Rob?
I have 5 or 6 graphics on Facebook in front of me right now. So maybe I'm not up to, and I apologize. There's a lot of wrestling. Maybe I'm not up to speed here.
That's quite all right. So Blonde Force Trauma is going to be taking on the Hex.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Marty Bell. And I always forget this young lady's name. Kaylee? Oh, I'm so bad. I'm so sorry. But yes, they're going to be taking on the Hex. And this match right here is going to be. See, I think that this is my feeling, right?
Okay.
Blonde Force Trauma, they did such an amazing job. They went up against Chris Barton and Dominic De Niro.
Yeah, what a team that is.
And let me tell you something. If I was a betting man, I would have bet the house on Chris and Dominic. I was like, you know, these ladies, because Chris, you know, he's big. Like, if I had to fight Chris, I would be like, man, I don't really want to fight this guy, but if I have to, I will.
And Dom is just as scary, man. Dom is just as intimidating. I was working cameras, dude. I almost dropped the camera and ran away.
Dom comes out and he's like, woo. So I'm like, wow, let me see what these ladies are gonna do. And they stood there, they stood toe to toe, and you know, and when opportunity, you know, appeared, they seized that opportunity and boom, came out victorious. I was amazed. And you know, the Hex, they were the long running NWA tag team champions, you know, so I want to see what this match is gonna do. 2 top tier talents going together, and at stake, the BCW tag team titles. I mean, listen, this is going to be one for the record books.
I love it, and I guess that unfortunately means I have to see AJ Pan again, but we'll leave it
well,
we'll leave it at
your
that.
guiding light. Yes, he's
Like,
gonna guide.
nah, he's not my guiding light. I'll leave it at that. But guys, come out. Obviously, please support the show. Not only because you're seeing some national talent. You know, you're seeing the Marina Shaffirs of the world. You're seeing NWA talent. You're seeing the best and a lot of the best women's wrestling talent here in the Northeast Showcase. This is a great card, stellar booking. I'm very excited. Don't forget about the SummerSlam after party. Now, Mr. Cole, we were talking off air. I heard you had, we're all about those BCP exclusives. I heard you might have some other things in the works. I hear your phone ring, and I know you need to make some calls. You're finalizing some things, man. You're talking to people because you got people, I know. You got some tricks up your sleeves. Anything you can give us here on the BCP?
I'm going to give you an exclusive.
Oh, love it. Love it.
As of last week, we were approved by the New York State Athletic Commission to start running shows in New York City again.
Yes.
But not only are we going to be running wrestling shows.
There's more. Okay.
But now we are finally going to be doing full combat sports. MMA, boxing, kickboxing, yes. We're opening up the doors to everything now. And this has been a long time coming. Like I said, I've been training for a long time. I got injured back in 2019, so I had to take almost 2 years off. But now, when I started back in January, like I was telling you off air, I was 340 pounds, been training consistently. Today, I'm down to 284 pounds.
You look great, man. That's amazing.
Thank you, man. And I send my team a video every day after my workout. I'm like, another workout in the books. Let's go, guys. So, and if I don't send them that video, they're like, hey, Aunt, did you forget something today? And I'm like, nah, it's coming. I didn't work out yet. They like, get to it. So, and it's great to have a team to hold me accountable. So this is good. And this all, flows back into my passion for the wrestling, my passion for, the sport of boxing and, the combat. I love it. So make sure you stay tuned. We're looking to do the first full combat show probably November, if everything goes well. If not November, early 2023. So we're ready. Yep.
I like that. That's very cool. And I can see you're saying it because you love it and you're passionate about it. That's amazing. Is this all under the BCW banner? All of this? All of this,
yes.
Love it. Smart.
Combination Entertainment. Yep.
Very, very cool. That's awesome. And guys, stay tuned for more announcements with that. BCW will be back in New York, full combat sports. Mr. Cole's been putting in the work. We were talking off air a little bit, putting in the work, getting that martial arts and that combat in, man. That's very cool to see. But I want to ask you something, Mr. Cole. Okay. I'm not we do a little something here called hashtag Wrestling Fashionista of the Week here. You've been nominated several times, man. You're always looking so good. For someone like me, I just kind of throw on the blazer over, whatever shirt I'm wearing. I keep it simple. I'm not a fashionable guy. I roll with the Vicious One. She seems to be like being very fashionable. She likes that cheetah print stuff, man. You're usually looking really good with the full suits. Sometimes you got the gold, man, looking good. What fashion advice would you have for someone like me who has zero fashion sense? What's your secret? Man. What's your secret?
I would say give your credit card to the Vicious One.
Okay. I don't know if that's a good idea.
That's it. Because if she thinks you look good in it, then you look good in it, no matter what anybody else thinks.
That's actually the smartest answer. That's brilliant. If she's happy, there you go. And she knows a thing or two about fashion. That's for sure.
Oh yeah, like you said, the cheetah print, man.
It's all about the cheetah print. Mr. Cole, I want to be respectful of your time, but before we get out of here, I want you to tell one last thing. Anything you want to say to the fans that are thinking about coming out? Obviously, I believe it's SummerSlam weekend. We have an early show. We have a party bus. I heard there's going to be some wings later. It's going to be a good weekend. Definitely. Anything you want to say to the fans that are thinking about coming out to Ridgefield, which isn't too far from where I am?
You know what? Let me just put it all out on the table right now.
Please.
So this is going to be a big week for Brie Combination. So starting July 24th, we partnered with a soul food restaurant called Love Cooked Good Food.
Ooh, and where's that?
I tell you, this is at 15906 160th Street in Jamaica.
Okay.
Are having a block party. I'm introducing the Bree Combination Comics, the Bree Combination Band. You guys met the band, right? You met the band.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have some comics come out. I'm gonna have the band come out, have a couple of hip hop artists come out, and we're gonna have a big barbecue. We're gonna put chicken, some steaks, everything on the grill. We may even name a couple of menu items after the wrestlers that show up.
I like that.
So it's going to be big. And it's all about cross-branding. So that's on July 24th. Everybody's welcome. Come to the barbecue. It's going to start at 3 p.m. It's going to run until about midnight. And there's going to be games, cash prizes, raffles, stuff like that. It's going to be an exciting time, And then this is going to be one of the locations where we also do the weekly comedy show for Bree Combination Comedy. So, you'll be seeing more of that on social media as that develops. So that's the 24th. That's Sunday, July 24th. And then we go straight into July 30th, the 5th year anniversary. That's going to doors at 2, show starts at 3. And then promptly at 6:15, we'll be loading up on a party bus, heading over to East Brunswick Hooters, where we're going to have our SummerSlam watch party. And again, cash, prizes, live podcast. Dirty Hills is going to be there.
Oh, I love those guys.
So we're already going to be cutting up Jimmy J, the host with the most, and those ruggedly. And I do mean ruggedly handsome, good looks, right? That's a shameless plug for Jimmy J.
That's fair. I love it.
So I'm excited, man. I can't tell you. The pandemic really had me depressed, man. And I was going through it. And then not only the pandemic happened, then I got injured. And I'm just like, man, do I still want to do this? And let me tell you something. I know this might be a little off topic, but
no, please, by all means.
But if you guys have ever had to deal with disability, then you understand that this was the most horrible process that I went through. I mean, trying to make sure that, my medical insurance was right, making sure that they were paying the stuff that they were supposed to pay. It was just very, very difficult. And eventually I'm going to figure out how to build something to make this process better because because the biggest thing was this, right? If I was going to physical therapy, going to see my doctors and then doing everything I'm supposed to do, then when you call the disability people, they say, oh, we need information from this doctor. We need information from this place. We need information from that place. So now I'm on the phone all day trying to just get them to send some paper. But why isn't there an application or something that says, hey, this is in my, in my app and these people need it. So let me just send it to them, right? Instead of being on a phone call on hold for like 60 minutes to get a 5-minute question answered. It was the worst. And I'm sorry I'm going off topic, but
no, it's fine. That might be your $1 million idea. Let's get the Shark Tank, let's improve this system here. We'll talk to Mark Cuban, get some things going here.
Yeah, it has to be a better way. And everybody that I spoke to that was on disability, they had the exact same problem. And Mark Cuban, it's funny that you mentioned him. Mark Cuban always said the best inventions are the ones that solve a problem. And this is a major problem. So, this might be divine intervention right here. You never know.
It's meant to be. I think we need to make some calls, get you on Shark Tank, Mr. Cole.
Yeah, definitely.
And I'm glad, seriously, I'm glad that you're doing well. You're putting in the work. I don't know if we're going to see you stepping between the ropes. I don't know if you got any tricks up your sleeve, man. You're looking good. You're putting in the work. We'll see what happens, Mr. Cole. But thank you, of course, for representing some of the best ladies in the Northeast, some of the best wrestling in the Northeast, some of the best wrestlers in the world on this card. The SummerSlam after party, we have BCW comedy. We have BCW concerts. We're going to have Full Combat Sports in New York. BCW got a lot going on. Thank you for all you do, Mr. Cole. And before we get out of here, we are all about that shameless promo here on the BCB. Tell everyone where they can follow you guys on social media, get tickets for the event, all that good stuff.
Yes, tickets are available now on Eventbrite. Also, you can follow us on social media, Facebook, Instagram, Bree Combination Wrestling, and on Twitter, BCW_wrestling_. And I will see you guys on July 30th. I can't wait. Full day of just shenanigans.
Shenanigans and then wings at the end of the day. That's a good day to me. Hashtag wings and wrestling. Hashtag BCW anniversary 5. Cannot wait. Mr. Cole, thank you for your time and continued success to you moving forward, man. Thank you so much.
Thank you, man. Same to you, Bob.
Appreciate you, man. And like we always say here on the BCP, everyone stay safe, stay positive, take care of each other. We out. Peace.
Yeah.